I'm gonna do a little tour of our Airbnb. My friend Jamie arrives tomorrow, so it's 2 rooms. Actually, I'm just gonna get started. This is our like front area, and this is the living area. This is the room that Jamie will be in, but he arrives tomorrow. There's a mirror, a window, a hammock. It is already a mess thanks to me, but you know, keeping it real, I didn't tidy it up. I made some lunch earlier. This is a cute little kitchenette with the essentials. I have sat out here. I had to switch the chairs though because I did ruin a spider's home, and then I realized the spider was still on there, and then I was like, oh, sorry. This is the bathroom. I just had a shower. Yeah, it's really nice. Bathtub is small, but I'm a small human, so it's fine for me. And then this is my room. I took the double bed because I'm here for 3 weeks, so a bit longer. And yeah, you have to, all that one side is glass, so I put the blinds down in the evening because it's kind of creepy looking out into darkness and knowing everyone can see what you're doing. But then in the daytime it's really nice. I spoke to the host of the place, and he was really nice. His name was Eduardo. And there's 3 villas, so we're in the first one, and there's 2 more, one after the other, and each one has some sort of like fruit plant. I think ours is like mandarins or tangerines, those type of things, and then the next one has oranges, and maybe both the next 2 have oranges. And then at the very top there's like a little lookout, like a pool, communal area, and a little, yeah, the communal area includes like some tables and chairs as well, in an enclosed room. That's really nice. So I'm gonna go up there to look at the sunset, to see, oh, fruit fly, to see the view, because it actually is meant to be raining, forecasted rain all week. So today is like the only sunny day for the whole week. And then it's kind of like half and half for the rest of my stay. But I am working, so really the weekend is the only time that I will really get to explore. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's so nice just to be out of like 1 degree weather. That's how cold it was in London. It was like between 1 to 3 degrees. Apparently it's gone up since, but I'm just glad to escape it just for a couple weeks, and then go back to it just for a little bit before I then do my longer trip. So yeah, I'm very happy to be here, but I'm knackered. I'm so tired from the traveling yesterday. It took a long time to get here, and my shoulders are quite sore from my bag because it was quite heavy. And hopefully I can get rid of more stuff so that I'm not like I basically had like the perfect weight, maybe slightly over on one of my bags. That's quite heavy for me because I'm a small person. And I haven't been going to the gym or working out in a long time, so this is a note to myself that it's quite essential to still be working out and not just belly dance. I'm just having my breakfast now. Oh, I've got my tea. I'm actually feeling really tired still. I think these early morning wake ups abruptly, so I mean it's either alarm or roosters, but this morning it was actually dogs barking, and I really should have gone to bed earlier last night, but I was on my phone, you know, sleep procrastinating. So tonight is a new night, none of that. I had a really good day with like very minimal phone usage, mostly just for taking pictures, like not really like doing stuff on it. But then in the evening, after I had my dinner, I then just like got onto it and yeah, I just went down a rabbit hole, catching up on things and I guess like, yeah, feeling that addiction. But yeah, I just had a nice morning. I did a little yoga stretching from my bed, and I think I'm gonna try and do that for the rest of this day. There are no yoga mats around, and I suppose I could do it on the floor, but it's not like hot here. Like the temperature inside is the same temperature as my flat in London because it was a modern build, so it was like kind of like 18 degrees if you put the heating on, then it'd get to like 21 if you leave it for too long. And I'm guessing it's a similar temperature here because yeah, it doesn't seem as well insulated because like half the one side is glass, right? But it's a similar temperature outside, that's the difference. But I think tomorrow morning I'll record my little morning routine. It's 10 to 8 in where I am now, and it's an hour behind London, so I'm gonna finish my breakfast, finish my cup of tea, and then I'm going to start work. Busy day ahead.
Really comforting to read. I'm honestly so tired this morning, and I feel like it's the kind of tired.
Now repeat these shimmy steps. Belly, lift up. Let your arms come out. Cross. Big time. 1, 2. Can you make it a little bit bigger? And again. Hold and just for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And maybe my stomach hasn't fully recovered, and I'm getting my period soon.
It's okay. We all have smelly farts from time to time.
Yeah, but I don't like it. I don't say it proudly.
Do do do.
how rarely I work out. So I just wanted to add some short words about the Azores and the island that we stayed at and intended to stay at, well, for me 3 weeks and then for my friend Jamie 2 weeks. But we decided to leave early mainly because of the weather, because, you know, we're from the UK, or living in the UK, and the trip was kind of to work remotely and escape the bad weather. But then when we did that tour, the guide actually told us that the weather in the Azores is basically cloudy all year round. And he said it's basically UK weather but warmer. And then once he said that, it kind of confirmed to me that it would probably be like that for the rest of the stay, and that's what the forecast was showing as well. And, you know, like the main sites that you can see, like the lakes, viewpoints, were just super cloudy and incredibly windy, to the point that I had to make sure I was being really present as I was walking, because I was scared that I would just like trip and then fly off the edge of the cliff. And then it's like wet, quite wet and rainy at the top. When we did that tour, the guy was like really apologetic about not being able to see the site, like, you know, like there's nothing he can do about the weather, he's really sorry. But then he said at one point, like, if you guys feel bad, then I'll just let you know. It's now like, I think it's like the 11th of January. He said ever since this year, he hasn't seen the lakes at all. And so he was saying that to try to make us feel like, oh, like he's been even more unlucky. But it made me think like that this tour is like allowing people to purchase this ticket to be driven around the island, see these sites, and it wasn't a cheap tour, but they know that it's had like thick cloud cover for like 2 weeks. So I just felt like it was a little bit of a scam. The guy was really nice though, and he did drive us back when I didn't realise that they were just going to drop us off at Ponta Delgada. But he did drive us back, which was nice of him. But we did spend a lot of money for something where we just didn't get to see a lot. But once you got down, like the weather was just like constantly changing. It was kind of manic. And yeah, so now you know about what you can expect if you go in the off season. It looks like it would be a really lovely and gorgeous place to visit in the summer. But in the summer, I just feel like everywhere is amazing. So there's so many other things that I probably would rather see. So then it's kind of like, oh well, why are we here actually? Like, and I said to Jamie, once he leaves, I think I'm gonna go early as well, because I don't really see what the point is being here at this time of year. Like, obviously, like, what can you do but about the weather? But I have like the freedom of movement, and I don't have to be anywhere just because I initially booked it and I had a plan for that. I'm trying to think about, like, I'm privileged in the sense that I do have some savings, and if I have to pay more to like enjoy my moment, then I will do that. And then he said, you know what, let's just leave tomorrow, because he had come over from Lisbon. He was already in Lisbon, and so that's one other thing we didn't realize before we had booked, because he booked his flight first, was that it's not a direct flight from London. We have to go through Lisbon. So then the day I got there, it was basically a whole day of travel that I hadn't realized, and we had booked our Airbnb before we booked our flights. And it's very quiet, it's a very sleepy place. Like, I've been to other parts of Portugal, like on the mainland Portugal, and it's sleepy, but it's like there are still restaurants open that you can go to, whereas where we were staying, Ribeira Grande, it, like, lots of things were closed, lots of places were closed, or they would say they were open on Google Maps, but they were open at a certain time. It says on their website as well, but when you go there, they just weren't open. And because I don't eat meat, I also had limited options there. And I had read that actually on this Reddit post only once I got there. and it made me laugh. So the Reddit post was vegetarians visiting Azores, and then someone wrote this comment 6 months ago. So this post is like 8 years old. Writing in 2024, the answer is still no. I've been to the Azores 3 times. I love the place, one of my favorites. But as a vegetarian who loves flavorful, spicy food, it is literally the worst food I've had in my life. The best thing you can find here is breakfast food, and then it mentions a specific place. But we had terrible luck with basically all the other restaurants on the island. You'll get used to eating mushroom risotto, not so good pasta, omelets and fries. There are a smattering of bowl places for lunch, and 1 or 2 places saying they're veg stuff for dinner, but they weren't that great. I kind of thought that was funny. So yeah, we didn't end up going to the main city because we were gonna do that in like the second week of our stay, but then we decided to leave. So we didn't see a lot, but I think the great part about the island is that it is very beautiful. It is very lush if you can get to see it and enjoy it. And like coming here now, we're in Costa de Caparica. It's by the beach, right? Like there's not that lushness that was around us before. So it was nice being around the nature. But the last week we had sun like the entire week, and then as of today it's raining. And I had thought about going back to London early, but then my lease has ended now, so I don't actually have a flat in London, and I won't look at renting again until I come back from my next trip. So I'm in London for 12 days. I figured I'm saving money actually by staying in an Airbnb here in Portugal rather than back in London or the UK, and that I can just stay put because I'm already here. And what's another week, even though yeah it is raining now and it's bad weather for the rest of the week, but you know it is winter at the end of the day. So having had that 1 week of sun was glorious and it was worth it. And we did get a 50% refund from our Airbnb for the nights that we didn't stay, and that basically covered this accommodation, and I had to just change some of my flights for a fee, but overall like it wasn't extortionate. Like it was all doable. It was obviously it cost more than had I just not changed anything, but I just didn't want to like be sitting there unhappy in an Airbnb when it's like storming outside, and then know that it's such a long journey home, whereas like now I've done half of it and it just has the next half to go like 2 weeks later. It has really like broken it up, especially because I'm about to do a long haul flight for like my upcoming adventure. So I had regrets once I did that first journey to the Azores, but now I know. But yeah, so this week is a downtime week. I'll post some clips of just us eating and soaking out the sun in my next video. But yeah, I'm just going to take this week to kind of like rest and relax and catch up on some like life admin, so that when I have to pack up my stuff again and move again back to London for those 12 days before I have my big adventure, at least I have sorted some things and there's like a bit less like mental clutter. Yeah, one thing, I've been traveling with a suitcase, a big bag and a backpack, and it's too much, so I'm going to visit my storage unit and get rid of my suitcase and just travel with 2 bags, and my big carry-on bag I'll just check in, which is what I normally do when I travel to Australia. I don't normally go for 2.5 months. It's usually like 5 weeks. Well, it was 5 weeks last time I went to Australia, so a month to 5 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks. But yeah, that's on the agenda. So just relaxing today, and I will see you in a video soon. Bye.